What's up guys, it's Globe here, and today we're back for another COD Ghost video. But today I'm going to be giving you guys a commentary on what I want from COD Advanced Warfare, which is going to be the next Call of Duty, going to be coming out this November, or let's just say later this year. But the reason why I want to do this video is because I did one quite a few months ago, and that was what I want from Modern Warfare 4. But obviously I thought it was going to be Modern Warfare 4, and so did quite a bit of people. But it did change to COD Advanced Warfare, and from what I've seen by trailers and all this other stuff I've seen, I've kind of changed my mind on what I want in, or what I actually want to see in Advanced Warfare. So anytime in this video, leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see in Advanced Warfare, because I would like to definitely know what you guys want to see, because this is basically my opinion, so don't get mad or anything. It's just my opinion. Your opinion could be different on what else you actually want. But to start off with, what I want, or the first thing I want, is vibrant colors. Because if you look into past of Call of Duties or other Call of Duties in general, their colors are really vibrant. I've got to say in Ghost it's not as vibrant. It's still pretty colorful, but in my opinion it's quite dull. So I'd like to see maybe a bit more color. If in the coloring department, I guess you could say, because to be honest, I feel like Ghost is kind of dull. I mean, it's a good game in general, but I think it'd look a bit better if it had a bit more vibrant colors, because I know for a fact that most of the maps, as you see in the gameplay, Stormfront, I find it not well, it is quite dull, but I find that the DLC maps they're bringing are really vibrant, and I'm trying to figure out why they didn't put that in the first place. Because if you look at past games like Modern Warfare 2 and whatnot, those are games that are really old but still had really good vibrant colors that kind of made you want to play. I mean, it's got nothing to do with the gameplay in general, but it just does look really nice. Now, the second thing I want, which you guys are probably already going to guess, is large maps. Now, I do not want large maps whatsoever. I want kind of small to medium maps. I mean, they can chuck in some large maps here and there, but the one problem that everyone asks is, why doesn't anyone like big maps? I know there's tons of people that like large maps, and I'm guessing you guys are snipers or whatnot, but the reason why I don't like large maps is the fact that Ghost is so slow that it makes you pretty much run across the other side of the map, which takes you about 5 minutes, and then you have to run back to the other side of the map for 5 minutes to finally kill someone, because there's not enough people. Because if you play team deathmatch or whatnot, it's basically 6v6. If they made it 9v9 or maybe team deathmatch game mode with some extra people, I think they'd solve the problem. But the reason why I don't want large maps, and quite a few other people, is just how slow paced the game is, because it just takes a long time to run across the map. But if you do have a sniper, you know, it's pretty much good fun for you, because you can pretty much snipe anyone across the map. But I guess that's one good thing for snipers in general. Now, the second thing, or maybe the third thing I would like to see, is better party game modes, because I know for a fact they've done Sticks and Stones, One in the Chamber, and all those other party games in Black Ops 2. And you see in COD Ghost, there's really none of that too much. I mean, there's Drop Zone here and there, and there's gun game, but you know, it's not enough, because we want to see something a little bit more refreshing. But if you guys didn't know, there's actually going to be no zombies whatsoever in the next Call of Duty, which is kind of a bummer, because Sledgehammer Games is making. But what I would like to see is maybe like a survival games type thing in COD. I mean, just think about it, it'd be pretty sick. But if you get a map that's maybe 2 times the size of Stonehaven, add maybe 12 or 13 or so people, and you have like guns across the place, and it's kind of like search and destroy, but you have to find the weapons, and it will just kind of be cool. It will kind of be like survival games in a way. I don't know why, I just thought of it just then, but it does seem quite nice if they could add something along those lines. But you probably don't agree with me about that, but think about it. It does seem pretty cool if there was a survival games type dealio thing going on. Not only that, but what also I would like to see is more weapons, because if you look at Battlefield 4 and pretty much any other Battlefield game, I'm not trying to say Battlefield is a better game than Call of Duty, but if you look at it, Battlefield does have way more weapons than pretty much any other Call of Duty. Not only that, but they have probably 5 times as more attachments, because if you look at Ghost and pretty much any other Call of Duty, it's pretty much the same attachments every year. There might be a few new stuff like laser sight and whatnot, but that's pretty much the same perks as steady aim. But if you take into account, if they could just add in maybe another 3 attachments, they could make the game a bit better and, you know, just a bit more fun. That would be pretty cool to see, because I know for a fact in Battlefield and whatnot, even though they don't give you as many maps, they give you tons of guns to try out. Even though their guns are pretty much the same with the recoil and damage and whatnot, it is pretty good how they do give you a variety of different things to add. But talking about variety, another thing I would like to see in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is more maps. Now, I know for a fact that in my last video, a lot of you told me that it takes maybe 6 months or so to make a map. But, I mean, if they have that much people working on Call of Duty, I kind of want to see a bit more maps, because even though they do give out free DLC and whatnot of maps, I feel they need to give out some more maps in general, because there's probably like 10 or 11 or so maps, but after a while it does get quite boring, and then we have to buy their DLC, which just includes 4 maps. But if they just remade some maps from previous Call of Duties, that would be really good, and it'll just bring a new variety. I don't care if it's like a Black Ops 1 map that sucked. At least we get some different variety going on. That's also another thing I'd like to see. Now, the next thing I would like to see, which I definitely want, is better streaks. Because if you look at Black Ops 2, I'm going way back into Black Ops 2 talking about how good that game was. But if you compare it to Ghost, there is a lot of flaws in Ghost. But in Black Ops 2, they had really good streaks, whereas in Ghost, they pretty much, yeah, they had alright streaks, but I guess that in Ghost, they tried to balance it out for the average player, so no one can pretty much die as much. But what I feel they need to do is add some better streaks, because, you know, we're the ones that are getting on a high kill streak, and unfortunately, we're not getting the good streaks we want. So I would like it if they could add in a few more streaks, because in Ghost, the really good only streak is pretty much a Battle Hind, a Guard Dog, and the Helo Pilot, which is good. But after a while, it does get pretty boring. But if they could add in some new streaks here and there, that would be pretty sick. Now, the next one is free DLC. I would like them to give out free DLC, you know, half the year. Instead of giving us a Christmas camo, I would like something a little bit different, you know, something free to give back to people that, you know, paid pretty much $60 for a game. But I know there's nothing too much to complain about that, because you do have to buy it and it isn't that much. But I guess that is the stuff that I do want in Advanced Warfare, pretty much my main key points of what I want. Larger maps, vibrant colors, more weapons, better streaks, and pretty much small to medium-sized maps, and maybe a Hunger Games, survival games type thing for Call of Duty, which would just be absolutely amazing if they could do that thing. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, be sure to drop this video a like, and also tell me down below in the comment section what you guys want to see in the next Call of Duty, which is going to be COD Advanced Warfare. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Globe out.